This is the card we're going to be making today. It is from Blessings of Home, and I use this one and this one, and I didn't use a sentiment because I thought I could put it on later when I need to know what it's for. I also use the Timeworn Type embossing folder, and I pre-did this. I use the Expressions in Ink Ephemera pack. It is retired. I know it just went out in the annual catalog, but I had some of these left and they're so pretty. I hope you have this and then you can use it to go with this. And I use the Tahitian Tide metallic woven ribbon. And the one thing I like about this kind of ribbon is that you can pull it apart. You can use it as the 1/8 inch that it is, or you can spread it out and make it wider, and it goes to about 1/4 inch or something like that. But I have stretched it out here, and yeah, it just makes it look that much bigger. Okay, and I just did a single stamp on the back or on the front, and didn't color it. Now you can color it, but I figured it would take way too long for me to do this as a video. But you're more than welcome to do that if that's what you want to do.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes or supplies for this card as they are attached to this video. If you enjoy watching this video, could you please like and share, as this helps me grow my channel? And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from or what you think of the card. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached.
I don't like to take extra time with the video because that's time out of your day watching me do blending using the blends, and it's just a lot of time extra that you know how to do that, and I will show you with some, but you just don't need to see the whole thing. Now what I did is on this, I took this and just from that leaf up, this leaf up, and I stamped all over, getting all different ways on here with the Tahitian Tide. This is a gorgeous color. Like, this year's colors are outstanding. And then I just ran it through the Timeworn Type 3D embossing folder, and it has this beautiful texture in the background. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. Hopefully I'm not moving that too fast, but it looks so pretty. So I thought, okay, then I will just do that ahead, because there again, I have to, all the extra stuff, it just takes time for you guys to watch. So then I think this is 4.5 by 3, and it just needed, I colored this all out, and it just needed separation. I just felt it would stand out a little bit more if it had separation. Now what I did is I used this one, and these are Starry Sky light and dark. Now I just used the light for those and didn't do any the dark, but these two I did the dark. This is Orchid Oasis. This is Tahitian Tide, and the centers of all of them are so saffron dark. Now I did 2 colors of leaves with both shades of the Parakeet Party, light and dark. And then this is Old Olive Light, and I did a few leaves on each end, the smaller leaves, so that they would look a little bit different. And this one is Sweet Sorbet, which is, these are all the in colors this year. And then I use Light Pumpkin Pie, and I just did in the center for the little details in the center here. And then I just blended it with the So Saffron. And I took the So Saffron and just made these lines here, so it was basically white, but with a touch of the yellow. So I hope that explains it. Now I'll show you how I do the inside. I did that. So you will see how I did that in this video, because it's a small amount and I'm not wasting a lot of your time. I just don't want to waste your time. A lot of demos color the whole thing, and yeah, it just takes a lot of time. So in the Expressions in Ink Ephemera pack, there's this. So what I did is I just cut it in half. Just like that. I had done the other end so it wouldn't take the time. I'm always thinking, save time. And then there's these little pieces. And there's got to be more someplace. There it is. And I just kind of centered this on there, and then I decided where I was going. It's stuck on the edge. There we go. And then I just came in a little bit for both of these. Tried to get it as much in the center as I could without using a ruler. And then I just kind of put this over top and decided whether it fit properly, and it did. So then I took my, okay, I just had it, there it is. I put my stamp on top of it. This is my silicone sheet, and it is perfect for what I'm going to do. I'm taking my liquid glue and I'm putting a little bit on here. Yeah, I always keep a pin, several pins actually, pin handy, and clean that out so that I can make a puddle here. And put those away because I got to clean them. Sometimes I forget and it's like, oh yeah, silly me. And then I just try to get it all over, and then I put it like that, and I try, as I said, to get it even without putting it down and without measuring. Like this. And if it's not exactly, you haven't put it down, but I think that's going to be good enough. And then I took this one and I did the same thing. Now this, when it's dry, will just roll up and will disappear. It's, I love that. I never have a mess with that. So now this one, I'm trying to do the same thing. and get it in the same spot and the same everything. I think it's down a little bit farther. This is about the hardest part in the whole thing, to get it equal. And as long as it's pretty straight along here, it should be fine for the rest. I can see it's off a little bit, so I'm just going to push that out and pull that down a little bit, and good enough. It's not quite as wide on this side as it is here. This one, I've got it narrow. But once you get this on top of it, can you see it? Because you're going to be putting these things on it too. Now, what I will do is I'm putting that one up there, and then I have this one down here, and I have this one over here, and this one's down here. And then I'm going to grab my silicone mat again and my glue, my sponge, and remember not to do the very ends because they're going to be hanging off. Not that it matters, because it will be going on here, so it's okay. You just don't want to get the glue all over your work surface. That's the only thing. And if you get it there, it's not a big deal. There we go. And then this one. Ooh, and you can always add more glue to the sheet, the silicone sheet. And then if there's glue on your mat here, just roll it up and get rid of it, and then you do the same thing with this, and it goes like that. Whoopsie. Well, I did have another one. I think yep, I knocked it on the floor. Sorry about that. And here again, I'm pouncing, and this one is going just a little bit off, but not much. And it's right around the bend in this. So now we are going to get that out of the way and bring this back. Oh, and I sprayed this with my champagne shimmer mist with the alcohol that you mix up in a spray bottle, and you spray it on so that it just has a shimmer. Can you see that? And I did it before I attached it because it just works out better that way. You don't want to get it on the gold. And I'm trying to get it all on. Now this has a little bit of it off, but not much. You can also dimensional this up if you would like. I just don't know what I'm going to use it for, so I thought, no, I'll just put it down so it's flat and it won't be an expensive card to mail. Now I'm just going to attach this. Oh, way to go, Cheryl. That was really smart. Okay, let's see. Now I'm trying to even it up again, and it's okay if these are a little bit extended past. It's not a big deal because you got the card back to go on it again too, so it will take up that space. But I'm trying to get it straight up and down. Now I will bring in my card back and make sure, yep, make sure it goes the right way. That would not be good. That's for a left-handed person, and speaking as a left-handed person, it surprises you every time. So you get it on here as even as you can, and then you bring it over and start patting it down. And once that ink or glue dries, then where it's sticky, I will go over it. I have a adhesive glue remover, if I can find it in my stash here. It's hiding. I have people that come to my desk and borrow stuff, and needless to say, it's not fun. So things move on me, and you just go like this, and any place that has glue will disappear. Or you could take your embossing buddy and go over that, and you just pat it. Hold on, I will get my embossing buddy down. It's not called embossing buddy now. It's in the new in catalog that you can purchase with, I think it's black, one of these, and you can get the tweezers similar to this, but from what it sounds like, they're better than these. And there's a brush in there that you use to clean off the tray, the embossing, whatever it's called now, the tweezers and the brush. I think it seems like there's something else, but I can't think what it is. But anyways, so then all that is, that glue is where it should be, not there anymore, or it's covered up. I gotta take this and put it away before I have a problem and glue something else. Now I am taking this stamp and my black Momento ink, and I am taking, like, it doesn't matter if you want to stamp up the whole stamp, that's fine, but I'm only putting on basically to where the stems start, and it's not even the whole thing that's on there. I've moved it sideways so that it doesn't take up a lot of room on my card. There we go. That was a little dark, but everybody will see it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my Saffron, and I am doing all the centers. I did that first just so that part was done, and it just made it easy to go on from there. Then I took my light pumpkin pie and I did all these details that the artist put in it, and then I came back over it with this just to blend it in, and then I just kind of all the details went over it. So it doesn't take a long time, but it looks nice. And then I kind of came out here and did a little bit out here, just a little bit of color, but not much. So put those aside, bring out my whoopsie. I think I did all, yes, I did all with this green, this Parakeet Party. This is such a pretty color. Like all the in colors this year are just amazing. They Stampin' Up! Did it 2 years in a row. Like, they nailed it. Which is, for me, like, every color is amazing. Other years I've had ones that oops, I missed that one. Ones that I like better than others, and it took me a while to catch on to some. But these are like, whoa, they are so nice, and I fell in love with them right from the very start, which is absolutely fantastic when that happens. I'm a little fussy, I guess. And you just do all these leaves. I just felt one color on this small little thing was perfectly fine. I don't like to leave my pen blends open to the air for too long, so I usually put the lid on and then pop it on completely when I'm finished. I think I can put those away. Now I'm bringing out my Tahitian Tide, and this is the dark one, and I'm just doing the detail. And then I will cover it up with the light, and I'm still using my bullet end because it is a fairly small surface, and it's just easier to color using the bullet end when it's a small area, and then I'm not going to go outside the area that I want it in. And now I'm just going to take my that's this one, dark. I gotta switch to the light one and do the light on this and see if it shows the details without having to do the details, because that just saves time. So how's everybody doing today? Is it humid where you are? It's humid here, I'm told. I haven't been outside. I've been babysitting, and then I came and my order came today, so I had to sort through that and get everybody's put aside. There we go. And now we're going, yeah, where did I put my card? There it is. Just out of my range. I needed something for something. So like I have a Stampin' Up seminar this weekend. So I needed a die that I didn't have, and it's like, oh my goodness. So thankfully it came today, so I have it for the time that I need it tomorrow, just in time. Now glue. I am going to take these came with the Expressions in Ink Ephemera pack, and I'm trying to use up stuff that I have. And but you can use the iridescent ones, they would be fine on this. Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need another one. Oh, I haven't put my bow down yet. So I had, yep, there it is. No, it isn't. This is the one I had cut. So I am using my fork, and I go behind and then over the top, around the back, through the middle, and then to the back. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot. My fingers are full of glue. It's crazy. And I'm going to stretch it so that it's tight and going downward. And then I am going to take my ribbon scissors and cut that off so that they're the same. Yeah, someplace on here. And now oh, yes, I have glue in my fingers, don't I? Now I'm going to stretch this out. See how pretty that is? I hope you can see that. And it just stretches out. We had another one like this, and I loved it because I could use it very thin, or I could use it opened up. I used it a lot because it was so versatile. When you have a small ribbon, sometimes you need a little bit more width, but it's the only ribbon you have the color that you need, so you need to use it. Well, this is just perfect because it opens up and it becomes wider, and then you have a little bit more width, and it just kind of fills in the area. So now I'm going to get, yep, I had it. There it is. I knew I had it. And I am taking my paper piercer. I've been doing Stampin' Up for a very long time, so I have a lot of these pokey tools, as I call them. And they're in my container, and so whatever I grab is the one that I use at that point in time. And then I hope you can see that. I'm just bringing it around and forming a ball so that I put it on both sides, because I really don't like a bow to rock back and forth. I want it to stay where I put it, and sometimes when I put it down and it's just the one glue dot, it moves around, and it's like, no, I don't like that. So what do you think? Sorry I used a retired item, but I think it just looks so pretty with the ephemera pack. I wish Stampin' Up wouldn't get rid of those kind of things, because I absolutely love them. I'm just going to clean up here and show you. Yeah, I got to get rid of all these blends and put them back. I have a ton. Well, I have all of them because I need them to do stuff. So what do you think? Do you like this card? Can you give me a thumbs up if you like it? A comment, share the video, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. And I do try to make it so that it's not a waste of your time with doing things ahead of time. Thank you so much. Bye now.